Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on Poly Vegan Kitchen. Today, I am not going to be sharing a recipe, but I'm going to be sharing a few things that I've done along the way to prepare for the New Year's health related things. So if you want to find out, keep on watching. So I have here the top 10 most frequently asked questions that people normally ask when they are preparing to make health changes, to go into the new year, setting up New Year resolutions for themselves. And I've pulled these from Google. So that is what I'll be sharing with you today is my answers from my journey preparing and getting ready for the new year. Question number 1. What would you try if you knew you could not fail? Working out. Well, I'm already doing the working out. However, the mentality just has to change that the results are not going to show up immediately. The results that I'm anticipating, feeling better, having more energy, those are also important benefits that I'm already seeing and experiencing even within the first couple of weeks. But I'm talking about like the one big benefit that we're all looking forward to seeing is this shed the weight and be super skinny. That's not going to come right away. So I feel like I'm already trying what I partially know is not going to fail, but I just have to have a little more faith that it will work, but I just won't see the results right away, if that makes sense. Number 2, what would you like to be your biggest triumph by the end of the year? Is consistency. Number 3, what advice would you like to give yourself as you begin the new year? I think I would just tell myself, like, don't worry about not seeing the results right away. Number 4, what would you be most happy about completing? I would be most happy completing, I guess you could say, a 90-day period of pure consistency, whether it's working out or the cleaner diet that I'm trying to establish for myself. Number 5, what major indulgence are you willing to experience? I do not want to experience any indulgence. Number 5 this is kind of a weird question. So to answer that question, there is really no indulgence I'd like to experience because that's why I'm obese now, because sis has been indulging. Number 6, what would you most like to change about yourself? I mean, there's like a plethora of things that I'd like to change about myself, but something that I have been working on changing is my comfort, my comfortability in my skin. And I'll say this is not for, I'm not saying about anybody else who's comfortable in their skin. I'm saying for me, for Meleseini. I had to change the mentality because I never had any insecurities about my body. Even when I was my biggest, like I never really had insecurity problems, even though I knew I was like large and in charge. Like I'm not saying I'm conceited and that's all I thought about myself. I'm saying it's all part of my mental settlement. What happens is when I say that to myself, I've mentally shut down any possibility of making any changes. And what I essentially have done to myself is settle. But in the long run, I needed to, because not just for my personal health, but being here physically present in my best format, not just for my husband, but also for my kids. Number 7, what do you think your biggest risk will be? What do you think your biggest risk will be? Honestly, I really can't think of anything like drastically dangerous. Number 8, what brings you the most joy and how are you going to do more of that? Currently, what brings me joy is setting boundaries. Number 9, what is one change you can make to your lifestyle that would give you more peace? I think I would spend more time reading, spend more time with the Lord, because right now it's kind of like, I've been kind of inconsistent with my walk, I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like I need to spend more time intentionally feeding my heart, feeding my faith, feeding my soul with my time with God. I feel like that will bring me into full circle completion. And number 10, last question. At the end of the year, how would you like your life to be transformed? At the end of the year, how would you like your life to be transformed? The transformation I'd like to happen for myself at the end of the year, obviously, you know, anybody would want to just be like incredible. I know that I would just love to be incredibly skinny and super fit and super healthy by the time I arrive to January 1st, but it's not going to happen. And the transformation more than anything that I'd like to happen to myself is mental transformation, spiritual transformation. I'm already working on my physical transformation. So I just have to keep going and keep working on my diet and keep going to the gym. But the most important transformation, it's a triangular transformation that I'd like to happen in full completion. And that is, I'm already working on my physical. I need to work on my spiritual more than anything. And the spiritual is what's going to allow my mental health to be in a better place. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to go into more details in a live with Felicia coming up in the weeks before the year ends. And you guys, if you have any questions at all, things that, you know, might have sounded interesting, or you were like, well, I guess I never thought of it that way from what I shared today, anything at all, any questions you'd like me to answer, please DM us on our Poly Vegan page. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your questions, or comment down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.